The inspired pause technique is very simply what it says. It's how do we take a pause within our breath and do it in an inspired way, or do it in a way that's meaningful. And the reason it's called inspired pause, or the reason I call it the inspired pause, because it's not about counting, it's not about achieving, it's about how does it feel to pause the breath at the top of the inhale before you exhale. Now, oftentimes the inspired pause will work with techniques like the even breath, or if you're doing a variation of a box breath, or if you're just needing a moment between different techniques where you have this invitation to pause at the top and to feel the quote unquote nothingness of air going in or out. Now, a lot of times where a pause at the top of the breath can be really helpful or beneficial is that it starts to release the effort or the contractions or the work of the intercostal muscles or the diaphragm, not in the way that we're releasing it, but in the way that we're kind of softening the edges. It's kind of like you're breathing in, pause, and it's not like we're releasing anything or we're letting go of anything, but it's almost like it's not in that state of gripping or holding, or at least after we practice this a bit, and it's almost in that state of existing, or it is. Maybe a good metaphor, an example could be, it's kind of like when someone comes to your house, let's call it the Amazon guy, and he rings the doorbell. You open the door, let's call that the inhale. Inhale, you open the door, and then oftentimes you take the package and then you close the door, and that's the exhale. Inspired pause might be inhale, oh, friendly face, have a little chat, how's your day going? Oh, wonderful to see you, thanks so much. Like this little pause of conversation, this pause, and you're still kind of holding the door, but you're not like doing something with the door. And then you close the door, so that's the exhale, and then that moment is done. So that for me, I mean, it's kind of a nice way to think about it. It's kind of like inhale, open the door, pause, how's it going? We're here, lovely day, thanks so much. Exhale, moving on. And so when you use the inspired pause, it's this feeling or this felt experience of you breathe in, pause, nothing else needs to happen. We can be here for a short amount of time or a longer amount of time. And for a lot of people, we don't even realize you can be here for 3, 5, 10 seconds. And then the body will naturally almost kind of let you know it's time to exhale. But it can be a really nice feeling to soften and to be gentle in that moment at the top of an inhale before the exhale. So use that technique or this technique of the inspired pause to add value in between the inhale and the exhale as its own moment.